I'm going to show you today how to mix formula at home. When you wash your bottles, you want to make sure you use hot, soapy water. Insert your brush all the way in, wash. And stick it on a drying rack or on a dry towel. Same thing with the nipple. And let it air dry before you use it. Before you start, you want to take a wipe or antibacterial spray and wipe your surface down. And then dry it up with a towel or let it air dry. Grab all your materials that you're going to use and have it ready. And you want to wash your hands before you start. You want to make sure your hands are completely dry so you don't introduce any moisture into the formula can. You want to grab all your stuff. You want bottles, sterile, or hot water that you've boiled for 2 minutes and let cool for 30 minutes before mixing. Your formula, bottle caps, something to level off your formula. And your mixing cup. You want to open your can and make sure you write the date that you open it. And if you've had the can open for more than 1 month, discard the leftover formula. So, you want to use the scoop that comes with the formula powder and just scoop it up and level it off with something to make sure you have the right amount. You want to pour out your water first. You want to line up the bottles that you're going to use for the day and make sure you add the right amount of water for the scoops that you're going to be using. You're going to follow the recipe that's on the can unless the doctor gives you a different prescription. You're going to take your scoop. You want to level it off. Cover the bottle and shake it up. You want to close the can. And you want to make sure you wash the scoop and make sure it's completely dry before you use it for your next mixing. Once you're done mixing, you can take them and put them in the fridge. If you're using concentrated liquid, follow the directions on the can unless the doctor has given you a different prescription to mix. You want to measure out your water and pour out your formula. And then you want to mix. You want to mix your formula. The formula is good in the fridge for 24 hours. Once it's been mixed, anything that you haven't used within 24 hours, discard. Once you're going to give the baby the milk, you take it out of the fridge. You can grab a container with warm water, fill it up, and stick the bottle in. Do not place in the microwave. Once the bottle is ready, you can test it out to make sure it is warm enough before you feed the baby. If you mixed the formula in hot water and let it cool for no more than 30 minutes, make sure you test it before you give it to the baby. If it's still too warm, stick it in a container with cool water to cool it off enough before you feed the baby. For the water that you're going to be using, you could buy sterilized water, or you can take some warm water, which is less expensive, and fill it up and boil it for 2 minutes on the stove and let it cool for 30 minutes before mixing. If you will be traveling with the baby and you need to take some formula, make sure you have a nice cooler with some ice packs and stick the formula in the cooler to take with you. If the baby's having less than 6 wet diapers, vomiting, or having really loose stools, any other issues, call your pediatrician. If you have any questions on the recipe, you can call the Women and Infants dietitian line or the warm line.